challenge. We got some good energy going on. And we also have a lot of stress too. Have you seen what's going on in the news these days? Come on, you've seen it, right? Now, Lauren, I'm not talking about the political indiscretions of some of our leaders. I'm not talking about healthcare. I'm talking social networking. We had a president elected on Facebook. We had a country stage a revolution through Twitter. And how does it make us feel? It makes us feel like we're the only ones in the world that aren't doing that. Like we're alone. Well, the fact is, that's not the case. As you heard, less than 80%, more than 80% of the folks out there actually have no clue what they're doing on the social networks that they're logged in on. So you're not alone. It's like that for all of us. But the good news is, I can teach you how. Now, I've taught people from all walks of life how to get on social networks. I've taught my 11-year-old daughter how to build a blog and a web page. I've taught my 72-year-old mother how to get on Facebook. Now, let me tell you something. You know those things in life that just shake you to the core? Make you ask questions about where you're going? Think about when your 72-year-old mom friends you on Facebook. And you're looking at that screen, and you have to decide. Accept or ignore. And you know if you ignore, she just saw my webinar, she knows I'm on Facebook, right? So you've got to accept. And if it's not embarrassing enough what your high school friends put about you on Facebook, now your mom's on there sharing all your secrets. But it's really not as scary as it seems. You know, they've got these names out there, Twitter, blogs, tweets. Where does this stuff come from? Are they making this stuff up? Yeah. They are making this stuff up. And it's okay because we've all made things up. Doesn't matter what generation you're in. Think about some of the songs in the 50s. Wop bop a loo bop a wop bam boom. And we would all say, Tutti Frutti. Yeah, what? So it's just a new generation making things up. Matter of fact, let me show you how simple this stuff gets. In the 70s is when the whole personal computer thing started coming out. And the kids that were learning that stuff were playing a very popular game at the time. It's called Dungeons and Dragons. Can anybody in the crowd admit to playing the game? Yeah. Well, that's good that some of you are playing this game. In that game, A Geek's Delight, there was a really big role to happen. Young man, do you happen to know the name of that role? The Dungeon
Master.
Dungeon Master, right? All right. Think forward now about 10 to 15 years. And these young kids now graduated from college. They're getting a job, and their boss says to them, I need you to update this thing called a web page. Brand new, don't know what it is, but you're in charge of updating it. I have no idea what your job title is going to be, so why don't you make up your own job title? Think about these kids. I get to make up my own job title? I'll be called the Webmaster. And that's where it came from. This is as difficult as this stuff gets. So it's really nothing to be worried about, especially this terminology. Just let that all go. So why are people using it? What's up with this social networking? Well, it all comes down to the concept of media. Now, there's three types of media. There's the first type of media that we're all used to. It's called broadcast media. Broadcast media is NBC, ABC, CBS, cable news network. This type of media, the producer decides what they're going to air and pushes it out to us. Our only decision is if we want to watch it or not. Second type of media is two-way interactive media, conversations. And the third type of media is what we're seeing in social networking, group dynamics, where one person can be talking to a group, or a group of people can be talking to another group. So there were some studies done. In the 60s, a study was done on broadcast media. And what they found out was if you took a network over here and compared it to another broadcast network that was 10 times larger, they needed to determine how much value was that, how much value in communications. As it turns out in broadcast media, it was a 1-to-1 correlation. The value was 10 times larger. Okay, so now networks would know the more people you have, the more value you have with that as well. They took that exact same study and repeated it in the 90s. And they applied this study to social media, or group interaction. And they found that they compared a network over here to one that was 10 times larger. The value was 1,000 times greater. So, when it comes to social media and these online websites, what do I think? Do I think you should waste your time? Or maybe it's a fad? Well, it's neither. Social media isn't a technology. It's a form of communication. And the reason why it's popular today is because it works. And you too can be a part of it. So I'd like you to get on your account this afternoon when you go home. Log into Twitter, type a little message, and do your first tweet. Thank you.